Hey guys, DC from Even Games here, and welcome back to, well, actually, we finished it. We completed Soma, my first Let's Play. And I just kind of wanted to do this video to just talk about the adventure this first series has been for me. First off, Soma was a phenomenal game, and I had not heard of the game prior to buying it. I hadn't seen that other Let's Players had played it. I had heard nothing of it, and I almost passed over it on Steam when I was looking for a game to do, because I knew I wanted to do Let's Plays. I've wanted to do Let's Plays for years now, but I couldn't get the motivation to do it. I was adulting. That's what it comes down to. I was adulting and letting other things get in the way of what I wanted to do. And this was always something that I wanted to do for me. Because I enjoy playing games. I enjoy watching other Let's Players. I've been a fan of, well, Rooster Teeth started it for me. That turned into watching Achievement Hunter Let's Plays, which then led into me watching other people's Let's Plays. I've been a fan of people on YouTube for a long time, but not necessarily the Let's Play community. Which is funny, because I actually started watching someone's Let's Play of Soma after I'd bought the game, but had been sitting on it for a while. I stopped myself because I knew that it was going to be the game that I started with, or at least I had a strong feeling that it was going to be the first game. I really hadn't decided at that point, but I stopped myself from watching any farther, and by the time I started recording the series, I'd pretty much forgotten everything concerning the game. But, what was I gonna say? I have a list. I sat on the game for, when did I start recording? December or January-ish time frame. I sat on the game for about 6 months. I bought it during the Steam summer sale and sat on it for about 6 months because, again, I couldn't get up the motivation to do it despite knowing how much I wanted to. And it was during that 6-month period that I started to see a lot of other YouTubers answering the question of how you get started, and the thing all of them just kept saying was, you have to make content, you have to make content. You can't do it if you don't make content, obviously. Whether you're trying to get YouTube famous or just do it, you have to do it in order to do anything. And even then, it was eating at the back of my mind. I still didn't do it for a very long time. The final push I got was when I got into watching Markiplier. How much I just enjoyed watching his videos and seeing how he interacted with his community, and just how I enjoyed his videos. Watching a lot of his horror Let's Plays, rather specifically his horror RPG games that he would do, like Witch's House and Mad Father. Sorry, Mark, if you ever, I doubt you will, but if you ever see this video, I yell at you a lot. And I mean a lot in games, but I enjoy that. It's a weird thing to enjoy, but I enjoy yelling at you. Sorry. When something that is obvious to me, just because if you watch Soma all the way through, then I'm sure you notice, I like to observe a lot of the surroundings, and I'm like, there's a key! Why isn't he getting the key? Does he not see? It's right, you looked over it again. And this is just how I watch a lot of Markiplier's videos. Again, I'm sorry. But, I don't know what it was about watching his videos that gave me that final push I needed. After hearing all of my favorite YouTubers and Let's Players say these things about how to get started making videos, watching his videos were the thing that gave me that final push of motivation that I needed, I guess. It's like, I can do this. I know I can do this, and I know I'll have one hell of a time doing this. And I have. I have enjoyed every video I have made. I have gone to work thinking to myself, man, I hope I get out early enough and not be dead tired enough to be able to record tonight. The whole reason why I have curtains now was because I so often had motivation to record during the day, wanting to record Soma rather specifically during the day, but not wanting to record when a horror game when my room is all bright and cheery. So I got room darkening curtains. I bought a new webcam and a new mic because I wanted to put out something of some quality. Behind the scenes, I've been messing around with my video editor to figure out exactly if I could do the things that I want to do editing-wise. I know I haven't exactly done any editing, if you don't count episode 6. Really of any kind. But it's because, A, patience. And B, I just excited to put the videos up, so it's like, I'm done recording. Upload. Yeah. Which is, again, coming down to patience. I have zero patience. I just want to put the videos out there, and I need to work on that, because there are some videos that just drag on because I don't know where I need to go, what I'm doing, and I'm sure watching me be absolutely lost in a game is probably not that entertaining. But, I've been messing around behind the scenes on my editing software to figure out exactly what I can do, if I can do the things I want. So I've been using my older videos and just playing around with them, seeing if I can like cut stuff out or figure out how to zoom in on stuff, where I need to cut for things like that. So I will work on editing, and that will hopefully mean that I don't have to always put out hour-long videos if I can figure out how to work that down. I also wanted to talk a little bit about, this is supposed to be a little bit behind the scenes, not just me talking. Episode 1. Episode 1. My first Let's Play ever. Me and OBS had a bit of a rocky start to our relationship. For anyone watching who doesn't know what OBS is, it's the capture program that I use. I think a lot of people use it. I think it's a free capture software, but and I've heard other people mention it when yelling at their software, which I now understand why they would yell at their software after episode 1. Fun fact, I recorded episode 1 about 4 times. So if episode 1 doesn't seem that funny, that's why. It's really hard to be funny when you've seen the same living room 4 other times. Yeah. My first go of it was really funny. It was hilarious because I was actually learning the controls, and I was like, I picked up the vacuum, I was like, can I throw the vacuum? I didn't know how to throw items yet, actually. I remember this. I didn't know how to throw items yet, so I just tried to use momentum of tossing it, and it just went straight down. And to me, it was funny. It might not have been funny to you guys, but I thought it was funny. But the original first episode was hilarious, and so then I finish it. I end it where the first episode actually ended. And then I get out, and I open it, and it's nothing but still frames. My audio's still going, but it's like watching a video that lags, where you just have the image and the audio, and then the image changes to something a little farther into the video. And then it stays. And then a new image. So the audio was still usable, but again, coming down to patience, I was not going to try to recreate that video based on the audio, because I couldn't have done it. It wouldn't have been as good. It would have been really obvious, to be quite frank. But, so that was the first recording. And then, so I messed around with, like, I wasn't sure if it was resolution, if it was frame rate, what the issue was, so I messed around with the settings, went back in. And I do tests at the beginning of all of my videos. But that was before I was using a webcam, which would have been what told me that the video was not working right. So I would go in, do my test, I think it looks all right. And then, so I would do a recording. Just to come back out and find out it wasn't right at all. So the first episode was a bit of a irritation, to say the least. If you watched that first episode and you were wondering why I was messing with that desk drawer so much, I'll tell you why. It was because all of the other 4 times that I played through that, that's where the bottle of the green goo was. It had not moved, even once, in any of the other playthroughs from that drawer. So I was like, is it stuck in the back of the drawer? Where is it? This is where it's supposed to be. And that's when I finally got lost. I'm like, well, now I actually have to look. Crap. Well, okay. So if you were really frustrated and wondering why I was messing with that drawer so much, that's why. I was convinced that that's where the tracer fluid would be. And it wasn't. But after the first episode, once I had the settings all figured out and whatnot, I actually had no idea what was going to happen. Like I said, it had been a while since I'd watched the little bit of the Let's Play that I did. If you're curious to know which one it was, I was watching Krillin Plays Soma. So that was entertaining in and of itself. If you're a fan of Team 4-Star, go for it. It's really funny. I might go back and finish it now that I finished the game and it won't spoil anything. Or I might watch Mark's. I've really wanted to watch Markiplier's play of it. But just because I like watching him get scared. It's hilarious. I'm mean. I'm really mean. Ooh, my toes have gone to sleep. Ow. Or not ow. It's numb. But, so yeah, I might actually go back and watch a Soma Let's Play now that I have done the thing. I have done the thing, guys! I did the thing I set out to do. And notice, I figured... No, which hand? This hand. I figured out how to get pictures in the sidebars because my camera doesn't fill up the entire recording screen. Yeah! I figured it out. I did a thing. Go me. Sub 5. Yeah. So look forward to actually edited videos, because that'll be nice. For you guys, it'll probably be a headache for me, but look for that. I think I mentioned this at the end of the actual episode. I think I'm going to do Salt and Sanctuary for my next game, but I haven't really decided. I bought the game the same time I bought Soma, so there was a coin toss which one of those was going to be my first game. But now, because it's been almost a year since I originally bought it, I don't remember what that game even is. I think I remember that it's supposed to be difficult, but I have no idea what it's about anymore. So if I do it, it'll be a exercise for both of us of figuring out exactly what the game is. I remember, if I'm right about it being hard, it's probably gonna... You guys are gonna get to watch me suck. That's all it's gonna come down to. It's gonna suck. I think it's a platformer? I don't remember. We'll find out. Again, if it's the game I decide to do. I have a lot of games. I'm still doing Subnautica. Fuck. Freaking. I freaking love Subnautica. I don't know why I censored that. Been cussing up a storm in Soma every time I get my ass scared off. I do. Every time. I cuss in video games in general. They can be frustrating. Fun, but frustrating. The two F's of video games. But I didn't plan this far ahead in the video. I didn't even think about what I was going to do for an outro for this. Stay tuned to the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.